Well, hello everyone and welcome to another very exciting episode here on the MIgardener channel. I am getting very close to the camera so I can get all of your attention. Come on in close and listen to what I have to talk about in today's episode. You're really gonna love it. Let's go. So in today's episode, I'm going to talk about how we use molasses to increase our success in a high intensity gardening approach. I got a 50-pound bag of dried molasses, and it's a dried blackstrap molasses, and it essentially is used for like cattle feed and stuff like that. It's a carbohydrate source, but it's also a carbohydrate source for your soil. So if you all have ever made compost tea and they say, hey, you need a carbohydrate source or a sugar source for the bacteria to grow and thrive, the same applies in your soil, folks. And you can do that without having compost tea have the same effect. And so what we've done is with our lettuce here, we've gone through each row and we've actually sprinkled, not drizzled, but we sprinkled a little bit of dried molasses on the surface of the soil. And then we've gone through and we've worked it in. And what that will do is in your soil, there are billions and trillions of microbes that all thrive on those sugars. And if you give them plants, they will typically attach to your roots of your plants that will then trade in exchange for sugars through photosynthesis for minerals in the soil. And what they do is they actually will mine the minerals from the soil, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and all of your trace minerals. They will actually source those from the soil, bring them to the plant, and say, hey, you've got what I need, I've got what you need, let's trade. And so in your soil, you do have that connection going on, but there's also many billions and possibly even trillions of microbes that don't yet have a home, AKA being attached to your plant roots. And so since they are not yet attached to your plant roots, they do need a carbohydrate source to continue multiplying and thriving. And by adding that molasses, you're actually going to be able to increase the amount of bacteria and fungi in your soil that will then hopefully attach to your plant roots and help them out. And how this ends up coming back around full circle to allowing us to grow in a high intensity method is that traditionally you have a problem with overcrowding, and not overcrowding because there's too many plants, but because there's too many plants for the amount of nutrients that are plant available. That's the secret. So if you know anything about nutrients, there are plant available nutrients and plant not available nutrients. Nutrients that are not yet plant available, let's put it that way. And the microbe's job is to break down those minerals. And some agronomists or crop scientists say that beneficial fungi and bacteria will actually account for over 60% of the minerals and nutrients that the plants get. So imagine this, if you grow in soil that is completely void of any bacteria at all, you could have 100% beautiful compost and manure and fertilizer. If you don't have any bacteria, there will actually be there will be only 40% that the plants can uptake. So that means 60% or more is actually just in the soil waiting to be uptaken by the plants. And so you'll find that you'll have a lot of nutrient deficiencies in soil that is being void of bacteria. That's why we tend to constantly take care of the soil, keep giving it worm castings and trifecta, which has those beneficial bacteria and fungi and things like that, and the trace minerals. We're constantly taking care of the soil because in a modern agricultural approach, we want to take care of the soil because it's alive. And in traditional farming practices, they kind of just pillage the soil for all of its worth. And that really deprives the soil, and they fill it with a lot of salts from synthetic fertilizers. That kills off that bacteria. But what we are doing is we're saying, look, we can actually increase production 5 to 10 times the amount by simply increasing microbial life, which can unlock the minerals and nutrients in the soil, allowing us to grow closer together. So it's something that I am so geeked about. In fact, my oh my gosh, it's like 86 degrees and I have goosebumps because it's so incredible, you know, that this is going on. And there's so much going on that we still don't even yet know about our soil, and it really does help us grow more food. It helps us grow healthier and more nutrient dense food, and it's something that I really hope you guys will try. So again, I posted a link in the description box below to where we got our dried molasses from, but if you do have a Tractor Supply, you can go pick it up. I don't know how wide Tractor Supply goes out, in the world, but I can tell you that we get ours right from Amazon Prime. It's been amazing for us so far. We've seen incredible results, and as you can see, I mean, look at the plants. You really cannot beat that growth, and it's all because we're growing in really nutrient dense soil with Trifecta Plus, and then adding in those essential sugars to increase the microbial life tenfold and really give them the best chance at coming in contact with the plant roots. And that's what we do. So hopefully you all enjoyed, hopefully you learned something new. And as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel reminding you to grow big or go home. See ya.